going short track racing for the second time this season in the GAMERNR Sportsman Series, this time at New Smyrna Speedway for race 9 on the schedule. This is the Heatwave Visual 250. Our second trip to the state of Florida is about to kick off with an absolute show, as unlike Mesa Marin, there is very little grip on this track surface. As is the case with most short tracks, the bottom lane is preferred. It'll be incredibly tough for the drivers to keep it down there without sliding upwards. Where in Mesa Marin, you'd see drivers forcing mistakes out of the car in front. Mistakes just come naturally here, and these racers will have no problem making their way up front just as long as they can avoid the inevitable trouble that happens throughout the field. They say the best place to be when a wreck happens is in front, so let's quickly see who will start the race off on the right foot before this race starts very shortly. Scoring the pole for the first time this season is Peter Onjak in the number 36 Junior Mints Ford, top of the charts with a time clocking in at 15.759 seconds. Starting to the outside of him with a 15.795 will be Doge Borkington in the 1. Both are veterans looking for their first win, so can one of them seal the deal, or will we see our 5th straight rookie winner? Green flag is out, we're racing in New Smyrna. Onjak leaps out to an early lead and leads lap number 1. But now lap number 2 underway down the backstretch for the second time. Pressure from Doge Borkington putting the 36 up the racetrack. Here comes the 1 trying to take first place away. At the line they were side by side. 36 on the outside had the run. And it looks like that will prevail heading into turn number 3 as Onjak clears Borkington. Borkington's still there. Right behind Onjak's 36. Now as the 36 washes up the racetrack, the 1 now has an opportunity to pull down low, maybe carry this run out to take the lead. They stay side by side. At the line that time it was Onjak, but now Borkington runs it up high. Bit of aggression from the top 2 here already. You want to get the lead early on. That might be the memo these guys are getting. Onjak once again pulls away, now by 3 or so car lengths. But nothing Borkington can't catch up with. And I believe we have the caution flag out already. Lap 7 of 100. Yellow number 1 on the night. We'll check out what happened. We'll bring you guys back to the restart. So quite a few spins here, and it starts with the 45 getting out of the groove. That slides up into the 42, into the 16 then, and that leads Lane Thomas and Nathan Keani spinning in front of the pack, collecting Anthony McClure, defending race winner at a short track, who then runs into Keani again, and up here, Mathis Wells, who may have gotten a piece of the inside wall. I'm not quite sure, but a few cars involved in this one down the front stretch. About 4 or 5 of them. We'll get a better view of this accident. Yeah, so right here you see the 45 clip the apron, then go up into the 42, then the 16, into the outside wall. The 02 also licks the outside wall. And there's the contact giving the 54 front end damage. I think the 42 Kylis Estrada got away narrowly, and maybe the 03 did too, but we'll have to take another look at this accident to find out. So coming out of turn number 4, a couple of these guys on the inside see that wreck happening. They have to turn the wheel to make evasive action, and they both end up barely clipping the inside wall. Murder the 4th a little bit more than Mathis Wells, but both of them avoid getting caught up in that accident, and especially Mathis Wells, who drifted it through the grass in order to get by. Under caution for the first time tonight at New Smyrna. Quick multi-car accident heading out of turn number 4. Get you guys back to the restart here shortly. And we are back green already at New Smyrna. with Onjack leading, Borkington second, the 04. McShane still third. Now Borkington once again takes a dive on Onjack, slides it through the corner, and side by side with them once again. I think maybe he's got it this time. Pushes him up the racetrack just enough, and Borkington will take the lead away. Now McShane, the one next to give some pressure to the leader. She'll pull down low. And these two will go side by side. Look at McShane slide up the track. There is not a lot of grip here. Stapleton really thought about making it 3 wide, but just got a little bit too close with the quarter panel, though, for that time around. Now trying to look for second. Maybe a 2 for 1 here on the inside, but will not work out for him quite yet. He's there on McShane. Just needs to make it stick. Through 1 and 2 they go. Christian Vargas entering this battle. Jay Jefferson looked like he was on the inside, but now under fire from the 53 Alexi Herman. And Stapleton gets the lead away, but now he heads up the racetrack, leaving room for the 04 to retake the lead. And she will. Vargas now looking to come to second place. Two Toyotas clear this pack side by side, 2 by 2 for 2 rows deep. But not for long. Here comes Lexi Herman, your Talladega winner. Trying to prove that she can win at one of the biggest ovals of the season and also one of the smallest here with this contention for the lead. Jefferson trying to make his way up forward. He's trying to get to third. Herman barely avoids contact with McShane that time around through 3 and 4. 3 and 4 really treacherous when it comes to sliding up the racetrack. And we've seen people in practice completely lose their grip there. Lose their car and spin around. And sometimes they're very cautious through turns 1 and 2. A big contrast to the last 2 corners, and Stapleton nearly spun around in the grass. It almost makes me think that a caution is out. So now Jefferson making a dive bomb move to the inside of Lexi Herman, side by side to lead this lap. It was Jefferson that time around by a margin less than 1/100th of a second here. But they stay side by side. Now Jefferson clears. Stapleton's back. He's looking for second. So is Onjack. Evan Hunter making a first-time appearance today. Same with Victor Nunez. Before the lead, it is the 67. And Stapleton will get the spot, it looks like. As the 36 of Onjack right behind drifts up the racetrack. That time it was Jefferson again on the outside by a very close margin. And he's been doing a good job fighting back on that outside lane, but it will end here as now it's Stapleton's turn, it looks like, to be on the outside line as Onjack muscles his way to the inside. Your pole sitter trying to take the lead back again. Almost gets into Stapleton there. Decides to concede for now. Takes another shot at it as the 67 drifts high through 1 and 2. And down the backstretch they go. The Onjack slid it. Not as much as Stapleton, but that'll get him side by side and clear, but moves up. Try to run away from Jefferson there. Got him up into the 67. And now Jefferson 3 wide for the lead. He gets it. But now look at this. Some contact for the lead between the 53 and 48. 3 wide now through 1 and 2. Traded some paint there on the front stretch. And now Nunez cleared the lead. Look out. Landon Thomas there on the inside. Almost to the quarter panel of Onjak there. As Onjak slides up almost in front of Jefferson. Not clear quite yet. Still side by side for third here. Lexi Herman trying to take the lead back. These are two people who have already won this season, looking for their second. And this is also Nova Sport trying to make it 3 in a row. Lexi Herman won at Talladega. Roger Ray won it at Watkins Glen. Now Herman trying to get her second and Nova Sport's third. In the span of 3 races anyway, as DeLello won that Auto Club race. Herman takes it that time. But Onjak not done quite yet. Still trying to look for the lead. But right now battling for second with Nunez. As he slides up, that might give Jefferson a good run. Files in on the inside. Single file for this front. I don't know how deep, but right now biding their time kind of. A little bit more than they were the laps previous. Your first move right here. Oh no, it's going to be for the lead. Nunez to the inside of Herman. And in turn, Onjak to the low side as well for second. Looks like the 10 was getting ready to pass Jay Jefferson there. And that will happen this time around. But the top, two of the top 2 stay side by side. Thomas will get 4th place. And Roger Ray, your defending winner, has moved into the top 10. Top 6, trying to make it into the top 5. Now here comes Herman once again for second here. She wants to be the one to pounce once Nunez makes a mistake, but look at that. Through 3 and 4, a hug to the bottom line. Something we haven't seen drivers be able to do here quite yet, but that's because the 18 didn't really have too much pressure from the cars behind him. That time, though, you notice he sent it, and the caution is out side by side to lead the lap and to the caution flag. It was Herman. Not quite sure what this caution could be for. Not too many people with very obvious damage, but it is Ray back here, actually, with rear end damage. So from the top 10, Roger Ray involved in an accident. You'll have to get a replay of this one. Your second caution of the night involves front runner Roger Ray, the 49. Alright, it was a battle between Ray and Jefferson that caused this caution flag. Ray slides it up in the corner. The 48 barely comes down, but that's mainly the 49 sliding up. And into the wall Roger Ray goes. And that is a tough break for him. Looking to go back-to-back. Will not after this accident. Single car accident, I believe, unless any of these guys come in and hit him at New Smyrna, which I believe he will be safe. So let's get another camera view of this one. This one not too different from the first, but in real time here, you'll see, yeah, 49 really overshot it and into the outside wall he went. Lucky to not get hit by any of these cars coming by, but still not an ideal situation for the 49 driver. Caution number 2 of the night is for one of your contenders making an aggressive move to the inside, paying the price through 1 and 2. You guys back to the restart, which will be approaching halfway in this event. Back live here at New Smyrna. We're going to take some time to do some review of the current order. We didn't really get to do that last caution. So we've got Lexi Herman, your leader of the race. Second place is Victor Nunez. Third, Peter Onjak, Season 1 veteran, still looking for that first win. He's been really good at short tracks, but has been robbed out of a couple wins here lately. And Thompson definitely comes to mind. An engine failure for not only him, but his teammate in the last few laps, looking to avenge that. And sitting fourth is Landon Thomas. Fifth is Jay Jefferson, stood his ground, stays top 5. And sixth place is Nathan Stapleton. Nathan Ormond is in 7th. McShane 8th. Disparito 9th. And Freeman Jr. in 10th. Back green in New Smyrna, lap 47 of 100. And it was a good restart for Herman, but he ran the middle through that corner. It was not too costly, but now through 3 and 4, the 81 gets a jump, and on the front stretch, Nunez will end up taking the lead away from Herman. Or so it looked like. Herman got a run at the outside there. I think she will give up the spot here, but here comes Onjak again. Pulled it to the inside, off of 4 and down the front stretch. But look at Nunez carry the run at the top. Caution out again. Oh, they almost caused something back there. And it is McShane this time. So Nunez led them back. And McShane, her car is heavily damaged in the front. So more major caution this time around to bring out the third yellow of the night. Just before halfway. And you know what they say, cautions breed cautions. Let's see what caused this one. Alright, we're back at New Smyrna, and unfortunately no replay available for that last accident. So, but what we've heard so far is that McShane took a shot to the inside wall, and that has ended her day, I believe. Now, she is the third one out of the race, with the 25 and 54 out. McClure was out due to that first accident, and I believe the 25 had a mechanical failure earlier in this race. But your top 5 is Nunez, Onjak, Herman, Thomas, and Jefferson. Back green at New Smyrna again. Looked like the 53 wanted to make a move early. So did the 10. Oh, contact again! And what are they diving down low for? Was there something before the green that we didn't see? Is the 02 down there with a side damage? So a very unfortunate day for MW Racing. But right now, battle for the lead. Herman takes it. And is going to pull away just barely, but not before going high through 3 and 4, leaving room for the 18 once more. Look at Onjak, blocked the 10, saw him go down low, denied him that window. There's the 53 to the inside once again. Pushes up the racetrack. Here's the 02 merging out. Hopefully this doesn't cause too much trouble here. Looks like he's a little bit more on the pace than he could have been if he merged just a little bit earlier. But that will be some sort of impediment to the 18 on the top side. So Nunez will filter backwards. Jefferson's lost some track position. And Kirsten Martinez has gained some. As here's Onjak going for the lead. But look out, the 10. Thomas trying to make it 3 wide. He will not. No, he will. I don't know. It looked like the 36 got sideways. It might have just been him getting loose. But now the 10 using all of the racetrack to get that bottom lane. It won't pay off. heading into turns number 1 and 2, but he is there. He is not afraid to try and battle for this lead. He is also a Season 1 veteran, winless thus far in the league, just like Onjak, and hungry for that first career victory. Up ahead, it is Murdo the Fourth. Made some contact with the inside wall on that first caution. Perhaps now off the pace from that. Up the track goes Thomas into Onjak and leaving room for Herman to go right on by, along with Disparito. There's a lot going on right now. Martinez just made her way to third. Orman to fourth. Onjak will be dropping like a rock. No, he dives down low. 3 wide for the lead. Martinez down low. They make their way through 1 and 2. The lead uncontested right now. But for second, Orman slides it up the racetrack, gearing up for a move for the lead here. But Martinez blocks. Now here comes Onjak down low on Orman, but thinks better of it. Files back in behind him. Oh my goodness. And what a race. Oh, they're going to check up for something here. And it's another caution. So it was getting good, but it has to come to an end here. As Kirsten Martinez, oh, look out, and Orman gets spun into the inside wall by Onjak, and Onjak not happy about something. Got Orman tangled up, and he is going to have to come down to pit road for that. So, some drama here at New Smyrna, but we've got to take a look at a couple accidents. Teague got involved in something. I think I thought it was the O2. No, it was the O2. So these are just separate things. So we're gonna have to take a bit of a pause here and go over all the things that took place. Didn't necessarily bring out a yellow here at New Smyrna. So this is 1 to go coming to the green. I'm not quite sure where the O2 ducks high like that. And then Murder the Fourth leaving a good amount of space, but then gets beside him the moment he wants to come down. That might just be some beef. I'm not quite sure. That might just be conflict happening. And that resulted in more of a consequence of the O2 than the 62. So yeah, short track temper has gone wild, but we're gonna have to check out what happened to actually bring out the caution. Actually, before that, I think Colin Teague also got in a wreck. He had heavy side damage, so we'll see what happened to him. So the 71 makes a move to the middle of the O2, trying to put the O2 of Thomas Pelagia, the lapper, on the outside. And I'm not quite sure Teague really accounted for that, with the 71 a little bit lower on the inside. And that sends Pelagia into the outside wall. Vargas spinning down the racetrack. I believe he spins out. Yes, he does. And Teague is pinned up against the outside wall. Crown Jr. makes some contact, and that blows his motor. And Vargas just must have spun enough to keep the car straight. Both of these cars seemed rather straight, I believe. And that's why the caution wasn't called for specifically this. But we'll get another view of it to try and ensure that that's the case. Yeah, so everyone in this wreck kept it. Yeah, it's pretty straight. Vargas never really went completely around, and neither did Teague. And the 21 went straight to pit road after blowing up. So I think track was clear, I suppose. But now that we have that all the way, we can look at what actually brought out the 4th caution of the night. I believe Aiden Martin was one of the ones involved. So here is what brought out the caution. The 17, a little bit too high out of turn number 4, gets the 69, ping-ponging off of the 84 and back into the 17. And Lynn Bell goes for a ride, spins it backwards, and into the outside wall in turn number 1. But then, this is where Lane Thomas comes in. These two hook together down the backstretch and head towards the inside wall, clip it, and now they're going to come up the racetrack, and this is going to be a hard hit for Lane Thomas right here, head on, and the O2 as well ends up getting more damage out of this. So, once again, another accident that seems to be involving some tempers boiling at New Smyrna. We'll take a look to see if there's any other accidents in this sequence here, and get back to the green flag as soon as possible. Aiden Martin pulled it down pit road for some sort of mechanical failure, so he was not a part of any of the caution flags. He was just there on pit road. So really, the 45, the 17, and the the O2 were the ones to bring out the caution flag. So that is what happened here to bring out the 5th caution of the night. We'll get you guys back to the restart late in the going in this race. All right, back once again at New Smyrna. Something else of note, the 69 of DJ Reed also out of this race. I believe that must have been something under caution. The 45 still in so far. However, Nathan Ormond in the 24 out of this one from the hook into the inside wall by Peter Onjak. So I don't think Onjak was meaning to take it that far with Ormond, but nonetheless, Ormond out of this one. He will be placing, I want to say, 26th or so. As some of these guys on pit road are staying there. I think the 5 is still on there, so they're still making some repairs to that number 5 with the mechanical failure that happened under caution. And yeah, quite the confusing sequence of events. There was just a lot that happened under that period. But we're looking to get back to racing and hopefully have a run to the end here. But as of now, Kirsten Martinez leads in the number 28 Dodge for EKH Enterprises, also looking for her first win ever. But Lexi Herman, a strong contender all night, looking for her second of the season, a second of her career as well. Third place is Peter Onjak, and fourth Lotus Desperito in a big shakeup to the lineup right now with that crazy 5-lap sequence that happened between 10 cars in the lead pack. Thomas, Jefferson, Nunez, Stapleton, Hunter, and Taylor round out the top 10 as we go back green at New Smyrna. Herman the first to make a move, gets to the inside, almost clipped by Onjak there. Side by side immediately for the lead, the 28 goes high, now leaving room for Onjak back down low. Now Onjak slides up the racetrack, but luckily no Lotus Desperito yet to take charge as she battles with the 28 of Kirsten Martinez. The 53 gets the run on the outside to retake the lead from Onjak. So that dive bomb did not work. And now the 63 to the inside, or so it looked like, as On Jack blocked. He's been doing that a lot tonight. He is hungry for this first win. He has the drive. He's just got to put it in action right there. Another block to the outside, but that's going to put him in the middle. 3 wide again for the lead. And they rob through 1 and 2. A complete sandwich between the front 3. They are still 3 wide. That might not work. Into the wall goes On Jack and Herman. And that is going to get the 49 as well. Heavily involved. The 84 will go forth once again. And once more, a heartbreaking end to On Jack's quest for win number 1. Racing got a little bit too hectic at the front. Contact made between the front 3. And that ended poorly for 2 of the top 3. As they end up with a trip to the outside wall. But still pacing around this track. So they are not out of this one. Under caution for what I believe is the 6th time. I might have lost count. We'll check out what happened to bring out the 6th caution of the night. Alright, here it was. They were fine in 1 and 2, but in 3 and 4, just not enough real estate for all 3 of these drivers heading into the final 2 corners. And I think it started on the bottom with the 63 sliding up the racetrack into On Jack, and thus into the 53 of Lexi Herman. Both of them hit the outside wall kind of in sync. And I think it is On Jack who gets slammed by the 49 here. He is about to pop into frame, but Goforth also gets into this one. No, it must be the 53. Yes, it is. And that might be also some contact from the 17, who was also trying to avoid that accident, pushing the 49 up into that. But it is hard to tell. All right, another look at it here, and yeah, the 63 just a little bit further up the racetrack than Landon Thomas, who is hooking the bottom lane. So she did slide up into the top 2 on her outside. And that causes them to run into the outside wall. And I think Aiden Smith also got a piece. And that's how the 84 went around. He came back down into Goforth. And there's the impact with Herman and Ray. Those are teammates. So a disaster for Novasport right here. As Herman and Ray make contact. The 89 just barely in that accident. And the 29 not really running too well either. So what has been a good night for Novasport got flipped upside down with the inclusion of now Lexi Herman in this accident and Aiden Smith. And Roger Ray's day has officially come to an end. They held it 3 wide through 2 corners, a straightaway, but not through turn 3 and 4. As 3 wide for the lead ended up going sour. That involves Cody Goforth, Roger Ray, Aiden Smith, and Lynn Bell, as well as Lexi Herman and Peter On Jack from 2nd and 3rd respectively. We'll get back to the restart and the battle for the win that has been certainly shaken up here at New Smyrna. We'll see who comes out on top with this one. All right, we're back in New Smyrna. Only one out from that accident is Roger Ray, as we expected. No one else lapped down. Herman and On Jack continued to pace. Same with everyone else who was in that accident, except for Ray. But here, coming to the restart on lap number 84, 17 remain. Lotus Espirito is now the one looking for her 2nd win of the season, with the driver looking for her first. Right behind. Landon Thomas in third, Nunez fourth, and Stapleton rounds out the top 5. Back green at New Smyrna. Desperito looked to block, but it did not work. Here comes Martinez down low, and Thomas giving her a shove through the front straightaway. That was a setup to get to the inside. The 28 block. No, she does not. Heads up the racetrack through 3 and 4. Looked like she could. Came back down and everything, but didn't quite stick. Here comes Nunez in the 18. Now as the 10 goes up the racetrack, an easy entry for Nunez there. As off the wall, I think, went the 63, but I might be seeing things, but contact between Thomas and Martinez here. That's going to let the 42 into this battle. And now, Evan Hunter second. Your defending champion looking for his first win of the season. Chasing down Victor Nunez. And the gap is shrinking. Hunter lower through 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 to the inside down the front stretch. And he slides it up, but uses him up just enough not to let the 42 behind him. And now, Hunter takes this lead away. With his own driver coming in to this battle, maybe to take second away. This could be a battle between the two EKH Enterprises drivers for this victory. This is also TSR looking for their first. Carlos Estrada with a good run to start this season out of nowhere. Taking this lead away. Lap traffic up ahead. It is Alexi Herman already. As the 28 dives it down low on Evan Hunter. Side by side for second. Coming to this lapper. The 28 down low. That's not going to let the 42 clear up high, but that might just be the move that ends up being the most offensive as the caution out once more on lap 93. Not quite sure who is for, but that will give us what I believe will be a 3 to 4 lap restart. We'll check what happened to bring out what could be the final caution of the day. So once again, 3 and 4, calamity corner here, and it looks like the 17 definitely squeezed down low on this one. The 36 kind of sent it in hot, but was on the bottom pretty good. And Lynn Bell ends up going around from the bottom to the top here, and New Smyrna hitting the turn 4 wall. A single car accident to bring out the last caution for this scheduled distance, at least here in this race. Just going to view this one more time. And yeah, the 36 definitely got in there hot, but he held his line. The 17 was stopped just enough to bring out the caution flag. And we will see a late race restart to end this one. Under caution for what could be the 7th time tonight. We'll see how this race ends as we take the green flag for what could be the final restart. So when I said we will have a restart with 3 laps remaining, I was wrong. It will just be 2 laps to go at New Smyrna. And that is our scheduled distance. So no green-white checkered. We will not go above the scheduled distance. It'll be a scheduled 2 lap to go restart. Kirsten Martinez leads. Carlos Estrada right behind. He'll have to have a good restart to take this win away. But sitting behind is Evan Hunter in third. Desperio in 4th, and it is Victor Nunez in 5th. Ready to pounce if something happens between these front 4. It's a great restart for the 28 of Martinez as she gets away. But high through 1 and 2. Through 3 and 4. White flag is out. One more lap in New Smyrna, side by side at the line. What will Hunter have to say about this? He's there on the inside as well. The 42 clears. Still side by side. Up the racetrack goes the 28, leaving the 42. A clear window to the checkered flag and the win at New Smyrna. And TSR's Kyle Sastrai capitalizes on the strong start to the season and ends almost the first half with a win here at the short track. And it was close. It was a final lap pass to decide this race. And the 28 denied once again. But we do head to Atlanta, which she almost won 1 season ago. In 3rd, someone who is also probably feeling some from disappointment is Evan Hunter in the 11. 4th place is Desperito. 5th, Landon Thomas, 2 people who ran up front all day. And 6th, someone who is very quiet. It is the 15 of Skylar Taylor. 7th was Victor Nunez, and I would guess that the 53 had a role in slowing him up just a little bit. And in 8th, it is Freeman Jr. 9th place, it is Hector Garcia in the 31, and in 10th, it is Christian Vargas. So 2 quietly good runs here today, but probably capitalized quite a bit off of the attrition. Here's the second page of the results. Jefferson fell out of the top 10, gets 11th again, and that is gotta hurt for him. I think that is like his 3rd 11th place finish this season, and 10th once again. It pays more points, so he is right on the cusp of getting top 10s in this series. And it's not like he's not consistent. He is consistently getting 11th, but it's just he doesn't have the top 10 stat to show for it, unfortunately, because he keeps getting 11th or 12th. But it's better than inconsistency. So we'll see how he rounds out the first half of the season. 12th place, a good run for Keone and Cody Goforth after spinning in that 3rd or so to last caution, maybe 2nd to last. Onjack recovered to 19th, and Stapleton actually fell back to 18th. So some dropping there for Stapleton through the field. And here's everyone who is out, quite a bit of them. 21 cars on the lead lap. Lexi Herman, Colin Teague, and Thomas Pelagia were all laps down. The 5 as well, but he was 40 laps down, so he is counted below all these retirees, which include the 49, 24, 45, 69, 21, 5, 04, 54, and 25. So an exciting one for sure at New Smyrna, but definitely an expensive one in the team's pockets. We definitely saw a local short track race at this local short track. And it showed. The attrition was there. The chaos was there. The aggression was most certainly there. And it paid off with a good finish between two veterans and a rookie who has performed very well so far this season. Next stop is Daytona. The second time this season marks the halfway point. And then afterwards is the Atlanta doubleheader. But for now, thank you for watching the GAMERNR Sportsman Series. We'll see you next time. Oh no. Oh! Oh! Yikes. I don't think. No, that's fatal. I don't think I'm gonna. This is too good of an attempt, though. I haven't gotten anything this good so far. I want to keep this, dude. I don't know. I think, pretend that didn't happen. Pretend that didn't happen. Geez, other race. A hard hit into the inside wall. Didn't hit the opening though. Jeez. Yeah, no, it gets into his quarter panel, and that is, oh my gosh. Not the opening again. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. I gotta do some covering up here. Okay, we'll start from here.